Good morning, Facebook. This is Lori Flickinger coming to you live from Lori's Wellness Loft. And for those of you joining me for the first time, I am a health and life coach and an advanced energy healing practitioner. And my goal is to come on daily to give you little coaching gems that you could start using to live a happier, healthier life. So happy Friday, everybody. I'm going to wait a few minutes for everyone to jump on before I start asking questions. So I was speaking with Carrie and waiting for Carrie because I want her to share this to her page as well. And also, as people come on, Deborah, if you would share this to Let's Move and Improve, that would be so cool. I would thank you so much. And let me know you're on. When you come on, say hello, give me some hearts. Good morning, Deborah. How are you? All right, so let's get right into it. I can't talk too loud because I have Sleeping Beauty on the other side of the wall. Hello, Debbie. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I wanted to come on today to talk about cravings and not blowing it over the weekend. So most of those of you who follow me are following me because you are wanting to live a healthier lifestyle. You're wanting to lose some weight. You're trying to keep the quarantine 15 off. Hello, Joe. How are you? We're talking about cravings today and not blowing it over the weekend. And I wanted to talk about sugar. Okay. Sugar is one of the most addictive substances on the planet, in line with drugs, alcohol. And I always tell people, and people may come at me for saying this, but I always tell people, good morning, Amanda, quitting drugs and alcohol, in my opinion, is easier than quitting food, because food is something that you have to continue eating. You can just say, guess what? I'm not drinking anymore. I'm not taking that drug anymore, but you have to make conscious decisions at least 3 times a day for the rest of your life about food. So let's talk about food and talk about dismantling cravings. And I tell people that there are different types of cravings. Hello, Terry, how are you? Do me a favor, guys, if you're just jumping on, hit that little share button in the bottom corner of your phone and share this to your timeline. I'm going to be sharing some really great stuff, something I normally teach in a seminar that I wanted to share with all of you this weekend. So there are different types of cravings. There are physical cravings. There are emotional cravings. And when I coach my clients, I try to teach them the difference between the two. There are cravings that your body has because of nutritional deficiencies. So I always tell people, number one, make sure you're taking a good multivitamin or eating healthy, colorful foods, okay? A variety of foods. Most people, believe it or not, eat the same exact things for breakfast, lunch, and dinner most days. You know, raise your hand if you're the one of these people that you eat cereal every day for breakfast, you have a sandwich every day for lunch, and dinner kind of alternates a little bit, varies, but for the most part, we eat almost the same foods all the time. So I tell people, incorporate variety so you don't have the nutritional deficiencies. The other thing I want to talk about, which is most important with weight loss, is emotional cravings. People crave foods for all different reasons, and it's not always for hunger. So when you are craving something, I always tell people to stop first and ask the craving what it's telling you, okay? So here's an example. We've just had dinner. The dessert cart comes by and we see that chocolate cake. And we go, oh my God, that cake is mine. I want it. Don't tell me it's the last piece, because I will eat the cake on that tray that people have been putting their finger on all night. I will eat that thing. So I want it so bad, okay? Are you hungry? No. You just ate an entire meal. You are not physically hungry, but you are having a craving. I want people to start realizing that cravings aren't physical hunger. And sugar is such an addictive substance, and some people call it a drug. Okay, so I want to start talking about sugar. I had to go deep in my closet and get this. It's so clumpy because I actually used this for a seminar last year, so it's still sitting there clumped up. How many teaspoons of sugar do you believe the average person eats in a day? Drop it in the comments below. How many teaspoons of sugar do you think people eat in a day? Okay, let me know. Let me know. Drop it. Drop it in the comments, everybody. And I actually wanted to do a visual demonstration to show you and like count out the sugar and put it in this little container. I was going to come to this call this morning with this little container full of sugar and show you. But guess what? It wouldn't fit in here. The average number of teaspoons of sugar a person eats in a day is 30. 30. Would you ever imagine just like funneling this right now? 30 teaspoons of sugar. No nutritional value. Thank you, Joe. You're almost there. 30. Just the physiological effect of eating this much sugar messes with your mood, messes with your hormones. Hello, Lisa. We're talking about sugar. The average person eats 30 teaspoons a day. I know you don't, girlfriend, but most people do. It messes with your hormones. It messes with your mood. So how do we start to eliminate sugars, excess sugars like this, processed sugars from your diet? Okay, get out your pen and paper, guys. I'm giving you steps here. Number one, and here's another fun fact. Most people eat 100 pounds of sugar a year, only 8 pounds of broccoli. Imagine if we flip-flop that, 100 pounds of broccoli. I can do it. I love the broccoli. And then you have your calcium and your vitamin C and all your other great things in there. But let's start thinking more mindfully about what we're putting in our bodies. Okay, so here we go. Don't quit cold turkey, okay? If you're trying to limit your sugar intake, the first thing you don't want to say is, I'm not eating any sugar. Because as soon as you say, I'm not eating sugar, the subconscious mind starts looking for sugar in everything. And it just wants sugar, okay? It's like if I tell you, you're not allowed wine. No wine on this diet. All you're going to want is wine, right? The human mind wants what it can't have. Good morning, Kathy. How are you? We're talking about sugar. Sugar blues, sugar cravings. Most addictive substance on the planet other than heroin and nicotine. All right, so number one, you don't want to quit cold turkey. What do you want to do is you want to limit the times in which you can have sugar. You want to allow yourself to have it because listen, if you are the kind of person that gets up in the morning and drinks a Coca-Cola, people do it. Don't be ashamed if you do. And then at lunchtime, you have lunch and then you have a piece of pie. People do it. And then after dinner or at dinner, you would drink Coca-Cola and then have dessert afterwards. People do it. If I ask you to eliminate sugar, you're going to punch me in the face. And number two, you're going to feel like shit because you're going to have withdrawal. So I tell people, limit the windows and decide in advance when you are going to have sugar. Okay. So you might just say, I am only going to have sugar in the afternoon. No sugar after 5 o'clock at night. I'm going to give myself a window at 3 o'clock when I want to have that little treat. And normally at 3 o'clock, I have my cup of coffee and my cookie. I'm still going to have that. I'm just not going to eat my Coca-Cola in the morning and dessert after dinner. Okay, so we slowly wean you off of it. Someone said sugar's not my problem. I don't like wine. Good for you, Kathy. You're a step ahead of all of us. And this is the same for anything else. Say you love chips. Say you love salt. This will apply to all those other cravings. Say you love bread. Okay, you give yourself in which you can have these things. Okay, hello, Molly. How are you? Then you want to substitute. Okay, you want to look for good substitutes for sugar. I tell people, fruit is the best alternative for a sugar craving. It's sweet, it's natural, it has fiber, and it has nutrients that are actually beneficial for you, okay? So I tell people, make sure that you eat, hello Jill, how are you? Your 2 to 3 servings of fruits a day to help you not crave the sweets, Another great thing to eat, sweet potatoes, yams, great for you. They have that little sweetness to them, help you. Sometimes people finish their meal with a yam, and they'll even sprinkle a little bit of brown sugar on it or a little bit of cinnamon and truvia. I'm also going to drop some comments in this video at the end where I'm going to show you some charts of what your cravings are telling you about nutritional deficiencies, because I could talk about this for hours, okay? Next, substitutes for sugar. Something that I really like to substitute for sugar, and some people don't like them, dates. They're really chewy, they're very sweet, they kind of taste, they have that feel of candy in your mouth. Try refrigerating some dates and eating them. I also have a recipe for a natural fudge that I make that's made out of peanut butter, cacao, coconut oil, coconut sugar, and honey. I'm going to show you that in a video later on this week. But have some alternatives. I also love protein shakes. Instead, a lot of times you're craving sugar because you're not getting enough of other nutrients, especially proteins. So start looking at your diet and seeing where there are voids. Hello, Carrie. How are you? Share, share, share. All right, next. Enjoy the sweets that you do eat. Now, I'm not saying that sugar is something you should never have, but when you do have it, plan for it, sit down, eat it, enjoy it. Don't go in your pantry. And I don't want to see anybody in there eating a bag of Oreos, hiding from themselves and from their family. Okay, that's not enjoyable. Because number one, you don't enjoy the food. And number two, then you feel so guilty because you're hiding in the pantry. And then you beat yourself up afterwards. If you give yourself permission to eat certain foods, guess what? I tell people this all the time. I eat everything in moderation. There's nothing that I can't eat. I eat whatever the heck I want to. I just make sure I balance it, okay? So it's about not over, and look, Carrie, I want to show you. This is how much sugar an average person eats in a day. 30 teaspoons. 30 teaspoons. That's a lot. Okay, next, get enough sleep. Jeffrey, my little nugget, how are you? Are you getting enough sleep? Because if you're not, you may be craving sugar. So I tell people, everybody says, oh, I'm getting older now. I only need 5 hours of sleep. Bullshit. Everybody needs 8 hours of sleep. So if you're not getting enough sleep, your body is going to need more energy, and you're going to think, ding, 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 if I eat sugar, it's going to give me the energy that I need. No, guys, sleep will give you the energy that you need. You don't need sugar for energy, okay? So get enough sleep. Final suggestion, and this is something that I feel so strongly about, don't buy it. If it's not in your house, you can't have it. Don't tell me my kids need it. Don't tell me my husband needs it. If they need it, let them have other things. Your kids will be as happy, believe me when I tell you, if you wash some fresh blueberries. Jeff's a blueberry farmer. If you put some fresh watermelon on the table, if you wash the food and put it out in front of them, they will start eating it. I do this all the time. When I go to parties, I bring big trays of fruit. It always goes. I won't bring cookies and candy and all that other stuff. I bring fresh fruit and people eat it all the time. And you see the kids run up and eat the fresh fruit. So don't have it in the house. Or if you need to have certain treats in the house for whatever reason that may be, put them in a place that you don't see them. Don't put them eye level. So I organize my refrigerator. When I open the refrigerator, the healthiest foods are right there in front of me. I always have a bowl of fresh fruit on my counter so I see it. My goodies, the things that I don't want to have, are hidden very high and places where they're not easily accessible. I used to have a woman, she loved peanut butter so much that she would keep it in her car. So that way, if she really wanted peanut butter, she had to go out into her trunk to get the peanut butter. But that's so smart, where you have to really decide, do I really need this food? Or is it just a craving? Or am I trying to feed something else other than hunger? All right, guys, if this was helpful, please drop me a 1 in the comments below. If I lost you, drop me a 2. And wait, don't go anywhere. I'm giving away something freebies, freebies. For anybody who would like to win a free call with me today, please drop me a heart in the comments below. Hi, Shannon, you missed my whole sugar rant, but go back and watch it. It's a good one. Drop me a heart in the comments below. You can either win a Blitz call with me or a digital download of a seminar that I've already taught. A lot of people, I'm curious why. People are afraid to come on a live call with me. Why is that? Does anyone know? Really, I'm not scary. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to call you names. And listen, I have the most compassion that there can be when it comes to weight loss and trying to pick new strategies. Trust me, guys, if you have always wanted to reach out to me and have never had the guts to do it today. Drop me a heart in the comments below, and I will give each and every one of you a message back, and I will either send you a free seminar or a free Blitz call where you can actually talk to me live on the phone. Have a happy, healthy weekend, and I'll talk to you all soon.